Alright, welcome everyone. There we go, now you should hear me better. Well, after a slightly delayed start, we are back with round number 3 of the TRL F2 series. Today we are clearly, as you can see, in Bahrain short, and should be some exciting racing coming up. So yeah, apologies for the late start. We were having PlayStation problems, trouble inviting all the drivers into the lobby, but we should be all set now and ready to go for Bahrain short qualifying. So yeah, we'll be getting that underway. Alright, so now in qualifying, and well, the weather around Bahrain is normally always the same, or is normally always dry, not the same, but dry, so the drivers today shouldn't be too worried about getting caught out by the rain, like they did in Azerbaijan. If you were there for that one, we had very heavy rain in Azerbaijan for the feature race, which was fun to watch. So let's see here if we can catch who. Let me pull up the track map real quick. There we go. And we will try and find out who's out on track. So we have Martins. We have, well, we're gonna have a fair bit of people, won't we? We have Simon out. Oh my goodness, not used to scrolling through so many names. And then we also have Hyped Nova as well in the Carlin, and then Whitson looks to be also coming out. So yeah. As you can clearly tell, we have a lot more people today for the F2 League, which should make things really exciting. We have 16 drivers, so it's good to see that our F2 League is growing. So should make for some even more exciting racing, and make commentating a bit more challenging for me. But let's go on board here with Martins, who was the first one out on track. We'll go on board with him as he starts his lap today. There we go. Oh, as he goes into a half spin there. And he's going to get out the way nicely for, who was that? Simon Jr., I believe. Simon Jr. is also spinning. So, again, for a lot of these new guys, it's going to be very difficult to try and get up to speed. As you see, Hyped Nova also invalidating his lap. So yeah, it's going to be very difficult for a lot of these drivers to get up to grips with these F2 cars that some of them might not normally drive around in. So that'll definitely be apparent in the first bit of qualifying, at least until they, you know, get to grips with the track. And then, as you can see, again, same with Albatross here. Also struggling out of turn 2, coming to turn 3, but does a nice job with it. Still no one setting a lap. This is obviously due to a lot of people either invalidating or spinning. So we'll see what kind of times we get. As for example, Albatross here, for example, out on the hard tires, so clearly just going out to get used to the car instead of, you know, going out and immediately trying to set the fastest lap. So meanwhile, Whitson, I believe the first one coming across the line with an actual lap time. Simon Jr. and Martins both had mistakes in theirs, as we saw earlier. So yeah, but now it looks like we have most of the field out on track, and we will see how everyone gets along. We have Albatross now, who we were spectating earlier, goes even quicker than Whitson, a 108.0. But yeah, it'll be good to see, because in every single F2 race that we've had so far, there have been dramatic changes in time throughout the session. You know, they start improving by almost a second. So by the end of the session, I wouldn't be surprised if they were in the 107s and possibly even the 106s for some of the really quick drivers. So that'll be interesting to keep in mind, as we'll stay with Dennis as he goes around the sweeping long right-hand turn into a very tricky braking zone. Well, not really tricky. It's tricky to spot where to brake if you don't have the racing line on. And a very late apex, and then coming down to the last two turns on the track. Still no one else setting a lap either, so a lot of people either invalidating, yeah, or just, I don't know where I was going with that sentence. I completely lost my train of thought. Anyways, Whitson back up on top with a 108.0, bettered the lap time. Stuart Little responds to that with a 107.9, and he's on the hard tire, so this is definitely not the fastest potential that we'll see from a lot of these guys. Bossman Pickle coming in through turn 3, and now the little left that is turn 4 opens DRS nice and wide, and he's going to barrel down into turns 5 and 6. As who is this? Hyped Nova, I believe, is very nicely getting out of everyone else's way. I'm gonna say Lorik for this one. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, but I'm pretty sure Lorik. We'll just go with that. Does a 107.8 on the hard tires, and Merv Martin, also on the hard tires, does a 107.8, 0.03 of a second behind Lorik. So good to see. Very tight among the front runners, all within 0.3 from 1st to 6th, and hopefully it remains that way all the way until the end of practice, because that's, qualifying, because that's what we just want to see. Adam Dixon saying, yeah, he's just waiting for some track space. I completely feel you, bro. There's so much happening right now that it might as well be better just to wait a bit before going out and setting your lap time, because you don't want to have any other cars interfere with your lap. It can be frustrating and could potentially do you some damage to your car. So it's just better to wait it out, especially when there's qualifying like this. That's just 30 minutes long. You have plenty of time to go out and set a lap. So now we watch DeRoy coming around the final two turns, and he's going to barrel down towards the finish line, opens up DRS, and what is he going to set? A 108.2. So again, only by now it's like 0.6 off Merv Martin, who improved. I didn't catch that, but he did improve by a couple of tenths. So now, and what is happening here with Merv? I believe he's just getting out of everyone's way, which is good to see. But yeah, Merv improved by about 0.2 on his previous lap. Doesn't look like he's going to be improving this lap, obviously, as we have Stuart Little going very wide. Out of, what turn number is that? I believe it's 9 or 10. One of those two. And yeah, most people setting laps now. Simon Jr. and Martin still haven't bettered their laps, but it looks like Simon Jr. here should, oh, never mind. As I say that, he hits the barrier on the inside. Doesn't look like yeah, he's all good to go. He's just going to have lost a lot of wing, obviously. And he's going to have to come into the pits to repair that. I was about to say he looked like he was gonna set a personal best, but speaking of setting personal bests, Martins is gonna come across the line for an actual lap time, and it's gonna be a 108.9. So still needing to get up to grips with the car, but definitely better, obviously, than a 1 minute and 23-second lap around Bahrain short. So we still have, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people to set their laps. But after that, we'll have a good idea of where everyone's at. Obviously, Simon Jr. still needing to better his lap time after he made a mistake at the very beginning. And also important to keep in mind, Merv Martin has been quite dominant so far this year in Formula 2. Well, let's go on board with Benny. Benny has been very quick as well this season, but has also been very unlucky, unfortunately, for him. So he'll be looking to go out there. Everyone out on the hard tires, which is interesting, as Adam Dixon does a 107.60. So just a bit quicker than Merv Martin, but that was only his first run, so he definitely can improve on that time, and that's going to have Merv Martin and everyone else below him a bit worried. Adam Dixon, I think this is his first race. I'm not quite sure if he was here last week in Azerbaijan. I'm pretty sure he wasn't. But yeah, this is his first race in F2, I think. And good to see that he's already topping the charts. As now we watch Benny come across the final turn. Where is he going to be in comparison to Merv Martin and Adam Dixon? He only goes 9th with a 108.1. Now I say only, he still has plenty of time to better that lap time. Obviously, you know, one lap doesn't say everything. He could have made a mistake somewhere. I'm sure, seeing what Benny has done before in this league, I'm sure he can definitely do some good stuff as Albatross comes across the line with a 107.4. So like I said, these guys just keep chipping away a couple tenths at a time, a couple tenths every lap at their lap times. And yeah, just really every lap setting the bar higher and higher, which is what Albatross did this lap with a 107.4. So a tenth and a half over, hold on, who is this? Someone's in the wall. That was Bossman Pickle. Most likely just getting out of the way, but he also could have spun out of turn 3. Very easy turn to spin out on if you get too eager on the accelerator, on the gas pedal. So who knows what happened. But yeah, now looks like about half the field is in the pits. DeRoy's coming out. I'm gonna just call him Tiger. I'm not gonna go AGHM. Actually, maybe I will. AGHM Tiger in the Prema, coming around the very fast left and right hand turns of turns 6 and 7, I believe. As he heads up towards turn 8, he goes a bit wide there out of turn 7, and that is an invalidation. So yeah, he's going to want to fix that as well. But yeah, now like I said, most cars in the pit. Let's see, is there anyone else out? Hyped Nova coming to the pits. Dennis W, let's see what he's doing. He goes a bit wide. That might have been no invalidation. But he definitely lost a bit of time there. That definitely wouldn't have helped his lap time, as he does a 108.9. So now everyone has officially set their lap times, and we will see how they get on when they all come out again out of the pits. Merv Martin's still out. Oh, who was that? DeRoy, looks like DeRoy spun out of the last turn, which is again another very easy turn to spin out on. If you get a bit too high, if you go a bit wide really out of that last turn, then it's very easy to lose traction and find yourself spinning. So that's most likely the case with DeRoy. Merv Martin's still out on a lap, and he's actually a tenth up on his time there, coming through Sector 2, so we'll watch him coming here through Sector 3, gets on the power nice and early, maximizes almost the entire track as he barrels down the hill into the penultimate corner, breaks around the 100-meter board, kisses the inside curb very nicely, slightly touches the outside curb, so a very nice final sequence, but he's going to go into the pits So that must have meant that Merv Martin looked like he probably wasn't going to improve his time, because I don't see why he would have pulled out of a lap if it was going to improve. But meanwhile, we have Lorik back on the track, and we have Adam Dixon back out there as well, so we'll see what these guys can do. I don't think they're on outlaps either, so let's see as Adam Dixon crosses the Sector 2 line where it's saying he's at. Oh, he actually has a ways to go before the Sector 2 line. Here we go. Now he'll be coming up to the Sector 2 line, and we'll see what kind of... Oh, he's up by almost a tenth as well on his lap. So if he can do something good here through these final technically 2 turns, but it's only really 1. He rides that inside curve a bit too much, in my opinion. But now barrels down towards the finish line. Where's it going to put him? Is he going to improve? He does improve. But he did lose a bit of time there in that last sector compared to his personal best. Unsurprisingly, that last turn didn't look the cleanest. So I'm sure he'll definitely find some time to improve. Meanwhile, DeRoy, according to the game, 2/10 up on his personal best time. So this will be a good lap. DeRoy is someone who we've seen fighting at the top quite often in previous F2 races. One that comes to mind for me is Canada, where he and Merv Martin were really going at it, I believe, in the feature race. As he, again, a bit deep into I need to figure out these turn numbers, into the final turn, but shouldn't compromise him too much as he improves by a tenth, which moves him up, excuse me, to 6th place. Sixth place. There we go. Finally got it right. So yeah, good to see that DeRoy is remaining competitive as well. Just about 4/10, just under 4/10 actually, off the provisional pole sitter, who is Albatross. Let's see Whitson. Whitson's had some pretty bad luck. He's up by 3/10, 2.5 tenth improvement. But again, another really good lap. He's up into 6th now, so just displaced DeRoy. And really, anywhere from 4th to 7th are all within 3/100ths of each other, which you really do love to see. And really, all the way up until down to 4th through 10th could all easily be swapped quite quickly, because they're all within 2/10 of each other. So really tight racing here, and this is going to, if it remains like this, which hopefully it does, then yeah, the racing should be pretty good as well. So let's see who else is on a lap. Merv Martin beginning his lap, flying lap. Benny on an out lap. Dimas on an out lap as well. Bossman Pickle going to finish his flying lap soon. He doesn't run wide through there, so no invalidation for him. Good to see. As what happened here? How come Lorik has suddenly dropped from 4th to 6th? I don't know why. I don't know if this is a glitch or if his lap time has been wrong this entire time. But either way, or Whitson and AGHM just improved, but AGHM didn't cross the line recently, so I don't know what that's about. Let's see who's on a lap that we can follow. AGHM is invalidated. Merv Martin is finishing up. Let's see what he can do as he opens up DRS and crosses the line. It's going to be a 107.0. Merv Martin putting on the heat now on those medium tires. A 6/10 improvement almost on his previous time. So that, well, it's looking good for Merv, really. Albatross will not be improving. Whitson going slowly. Lorik could improve as he's 2/10 up according to the game through Sector 3. Does a really nice job there through that final corner. How is this going to affect his lap time? Opens up DRS and he's going to cross the line, and it's a 107.5 on the hard tires, keep in mind. So let's actually, yeah, fitted. So Benny has also improved. He's done a 107.2 on the mediums as well. So 2/10 off of Merv Martin. Oh, is that Benny? That is Benny. Looks like he's spun out of turn 3. No damage, but just a bit of a spin. Adam Dixon in the garage, but they're saying he's on the medium, so he'll probably be waiting to go out on the mediums. Whitson as well on the mediums, but going slowly still, so should be coming into the pits. DeRoy also on the mediums on an outlap. Hypanova in the pits. Dimas also coming into the pits on his mediums. Is Benny going for... Actually, no. Benny, we just saw spin. Lorik still out on his hard tires, and he's, according to the game, up by almost 2/10 again. So will he improve again on his lap time as he opens up DRS, comes down to the line, and he does improve with a 107.3. So Lorik looking really good. If he can hook one of these laps up that he's been hooking up on these hard tires on a set of mediums, then he should get a solid, maybe half a second improvement on his time if he can really do a good job with it. So that's good to see from Lorik, that he is looking good and competitive. Both, oh shoot, I don't remember what to call them. I want to call them the Racing Points because they're pink, but they're not Racing Point. I'll look it up in a sec, but yeah, good to see that both of them are up and challenging. Obviously, Campos, I think, is in the lead of the constructors at the moment. So yeah, I got a question here in the chat. What do I think the pole time will be? I think these guys will dip into the 106s for sure towards the end of the session. Actually, will they? Well, yeah, Merv Martin, if he can set a 107.0, I think he'll dip into the 106s. So I'm going to go out there and say that a 106.85 is going to be around what pole time is going to be. I'd love for these guys to prove me wrong and go much faster, but I think that's going to be about maybe a 106.7. I'll give them a 106.7. I think that's what some of these guys are capable of for qualifying today. So we'll see. We'll see what they can do. DeRoy up into 4th. I don't know if I caught that. Well, I definitely didn't catch it, but I don't think he was there forever. Yeah, so he must have just set that lap time. So yeah, he did well on those mediums. Again, another 4/10 shy of Merv Martin, who is currently on provisional pole on the medium tires. So it looks like as well that more people are going out onto mediums. Very little hards now. Whitson's still on the hards. Dimas still on the hards as well, but on fresh new ones, it looks like. And yeah, we wait and see what these guys can do. As we're, coming down to the final minutes of qualifying now. So we'll see how these guys... How quick of a lap they can do around the Bahrain short circuit. A very fun circuit, one that, well, I'll talk about it a bit more once we start thinking about the race, but one that is very crucial for remaining in the DRS train of your opponent ahead. Yeah, there's two DRS zones, and both of them come up quite quickly. So if you can stay within a second of the car in front, then you kind of just get towed along, because you can afford to lose a bit of time through the corners. But yeah, there aren't enough corners around this track to actually lose you time, as we see Dimas invalidating on the penultimate corner, which means his next lap will also be invalidated, I think, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, it remains invalidated, so that sucks. Those are always the worst ones, when you invalidate your lap that you were currently on, and you invalidate any chance of improving on your next lap as well. Bossman Pickle, Jack the Lad in the pits, Martin's also in the pits, Dennis still unable to improve from his 108.9. Simon Jr. still hasn't improved from his 120.2, so he'll be wanting to improve from that. Meanwhile, back at the top of the field, Benny, I think, has improved as well, a 107.2. Stuart Little just improved to a 107.4. So these guys are all getting quite feisty now. And setting better and better lap times. As AGHM Tiger is the first driver to dip into the 106s with a 106.996. He has just set that benchmark even higher for all the drivers in the Prema. Great lap from him. Good to see that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Anyone in the top 10 right now could be on pole. You know, like Adam Dixon sitting down in 8th at the moment. I know he's rapid. I know he's got some good pace. He could be on pole. Stuart Little could also be on pole. Like, there's so many people here that could potentially be on pole if they hook up a lap correctly, which is why we love these short circuits such as Bahrain Short. Anything can happen, really. If you get a really good lap in, you could be on pole. Even if not, you aren't normally on pole. So, yeah, good to see that AGHM Tiger, who looks like he's just gone faster as well in the second, and I believe that was, second sector. He's up by a 10th. Does a nice job there, from the looks of it, through turn... Shoot, I don't remember what the turn numbers... The final turn, and he comes to the line. It's a 106.855. AGHM Tiger is really raising the bar, and Merv Martin, meanwhile, set the exact same time as AGHM Tiger just did with a 106.996. So they're neck and neck at the moment. And it looks as though now Lorik goes even faster with a 106.881. Let me just invite my fellow commentator here in here real quick. Okay, we are back now. Lorik, as we just saw, went even faster. Adam Dixon as well went faster with a 107.098. So things are really heating up now in the final portions of qualifying. Let's see what DeRoy can do. He's up by almost 2/10 in the first sector. Wait, no, sorry, that... Oh, as DeRoy spins. No, that's not going to be happy for DeRoy because he, that will have ruined his set of mediums a bit, which is never a good thing when you have a very limited amount like these F2 drivers do. So yeah, we should be getting our my fellow commentator here into the box soon. He was a bit late, but that's all right. We'll have him for the race. So yeah. Meanwhile, it doesn't look like much has changed really. Simon Jr. is out, so hopefully he improves his lap time. But he actually, well, he invalidated, but it's an out lap, so it's all good. Merv Martin is on an out lap as well. So everyone out on the mediums. I think that's the softest compound that you could run today in qualifying, or on Bahrain at least. as now Merv Martin begins his lap. We'll go on board with Merv. See what he can do. He has a very good shot at pole. If you've been watching our previous races here on the F2 series, you'll know Merv has won 3 out of the 4 races that we've had. The only other person beating him, I believe, was Hyped Nova, who won in Azerbaijan the sprint race. But Merv Martin has been really consistent and really good throughout qualifying and the races, so we'll see if he can continue that today. Look at how much traffic there is on this circuit. There are cars left and right having to get out of the way. It's very difficult to navigate through here, and very easy to get caught up behind someone as they're setting a lap. Merv Martin now coming through this very fast and late apex right-hand turn as he barrels down the hill now towards the penultimate corner. Technically the penultimate corner, but really the final corner. Brakes around the 100-meter board. Gonna barely touch the inside curb beautifully. Gets on the power. Touches the outside curb as well, and he's going to go into the pits. So it doesn't look like Merv was improving. We're going to go on board with Lorik. Oh no, we're going to go on board with AGHM Tiger, but it looks like he's also down on his time, and he's invalidated. So we are going to go on board with Lorik, who's also invalidated his time. And that is going to be qualifying done for the top 3. So AGHM for now on pole position. Did he get to the line before, though, to start a new lap? That's the question. I think he did, so I think he still has a chance here to get on, or to even better his time. Lorik is going to be done. That's his qualifying done. TTV Dixon, Adam Dixon, sorry, up by half a tenth on his previous time. Let's see what he can do. As everyone else is finishing, DeRoy is done, Benny's done, Stuart Little's done. Benny, a bit of a shock. He was on pole in Canada, but unfortunately only 7th, at least, for him today. Adam Dixon, let's see what he can do as he rounds one of the final corners, is now going to go down the hill. How much can Adam Dixon improve? Can he snag pole position from AGHM, who, keep in mind, is still on a lap? So even if he does technically get pole position, it's not over yet. As he opens up DRS, he crosses the line, and it is a 106.874. Just under 200ths of a second off of pole position as AGHM Tiger goes and does a 106.7. I would just like to say I predicted that these guys would do a 106.7 in qualifying. So happy about that. I get extra points for that one. But yes, wow. That was good stuff. This field is so close together. Anything can happen in the race. So yeah. AGHM, sorry, Tiger, gets pole position. Adam Dixon in second by just over a tenth. Lorik by 6,000ths of a second, 7,000ths of a second, I math well, in third. Albatross in fourth. Merv Martin in fifth. DeRoy sixth. Benny in seventh. Stuart Little eighth. Whitson in ninth. Hyped Nova in 10th. Martins on the hard tire in 11th. Dimas in 12th. Bossman Pickle in 13th. Jack the Lad in 14th. Simon Jr., who did manage to improve his time, in 15th. And finally, rounding out the grid in 16th is Dennis W. in the Dams. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I know, Merv. I don't know what to say. Yeah. Predictions too good. Predictions on point today. I'm not going to predict the race, though. I don't want to jinx anyone. So yeah, as we now wait for the race to begin, for the feature race to begin. So it is a 100% feature race and a 50% sprint race today around Bahrain Short. Obviously, it's the short circuit, so that's why we're doing a longer than usual. It's a longer than usual track, or longer than usual race distance than we normally would, since it is a shorter than usual track. But the sprint race is still the same, 50%. So it should make for some exciting racing. Now I need to go get a glass of water before we start this race, because I feel I'm going to be talking a lot as they do the formation lap. So I'll be back in a sec as they do the formation lap, and hopefully we have our color commentator join in a sec as well. Alright, back just in time. As they're finishing out their lap, DeRoy unfortunately disqualified from the session. But yeah, now they line up onto the grid as we wait for the start here of the Bahrain short feature race here in Bahrain. All the drivers lining up. The 5 red lights turn on. And now they're out. But they're not going yet. It's this glitch again with the game. When do they go? Yeah, the 5 red lights came out early, I was about to say. Now it looks like they're getting ready to go. And they're underway at the Bahrain short circuit. Adam Dixon gets off to a wonderful start. And now they're barreling down towards turn 1. Lorik all the way up. AGHM Tiger down in 6th already as they come through turn 1. 3 wide for the leaders. A lot of bumping and barging. Jeez, my goodness. Everything is happening. Oh, one of the pink cars, I forget what they're called. Getting it all wrong in out of turn 2. Most likely some front wing damage. I don't know. Looks like Simon Jr. and Dennis W. have gotten caught up into some problems. But yeah, meanwhile, Albatross is up 3. Adam Dixon had an amazing start, but down 7. Hyped Nova is up 7 places, which is a really good start from him. Stuart Little, our pole sitter, AGHM, is down in 11th place. I don't know what happened. I'm trying to see if he has any wing damage, perhaps. No wing damage, just a really unfortunate start. Same with Merv Martin, who is down in 10th after starting in 6th, as that is Adam Dixon, who has just spun out at the final corner. I'm not sure if there was contact involved with Albatross or Hyped Nova. But yeah, just unlucky for him. But it's a long race. There's 32 laps. So he has a lot of time to make up ground. As yeah, Hyped Nova now under a lot of pressure. I don't know why this is still showing. There we go. That's what we wanted. Hyped Nova, what a start. Up 8. I would love to see his on board, because that was chaos. That start. Stuart Little, though, putting him under a lot of pressure. We know Stuart Little has really good race pace. After watching him in Azerbaijan, he has some really, really strong race pace. Benny up 3 as well. Good start from him. Lorik down 2, unfortunately. Martin's up 5. Whitson up 2. But yeah, AGHM down 7. He's going to have a lot of work to do. As soon as that Whitson runs a bit wide, this is going to be the perfect opportunity for AGHM to get past Whitson. If he can just get into the slipstream, get a bit of speed, and then pull alongside, which it looks like he's doing, and then get ahead in the braking zone, which it looks like he does quite nicely. DeRoy and Merv Martin getting involved as well, as DeRoy runs a bit wide. But Whitson is still there, and he's going to spin the Prema of AGHM. I don't know. It looks like AGHM just did not realize that Whitson was still technically there behind his front wing and turned in a bit too early on him. But back to Hyped Nova. Albatross is pulling away quite nicely, so he's got a nice lead. But Hyped Nova under a lot of pressure. Why are we seeing... Okay, I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, now with Hyped Nova on board, as he runs very wide through that turn, I don't think he's going to get a... I actually don't think he's going to get a track limits warning for that. As he... let's take away this position change. There we go. Oh, but let's... There we go. That engine does not sound good. As Stuart Little getting very, very close. I don't think DRS has been enabled yet. So that's going to be difficult for Stuart Little. But he goes up the inside regardless on Hyped Nova. Hyped Nova is going to have the inside line, though, here into turn 2. And it looks like he manages to stay ahead. Stuart Little, though, has the inside line for turn 3. They're going to get very close together. Still side by side though, coming out of the exit of turn 3, Hyped Nova and Stuart Little with a very nice battle, and Benny trying to get involved as well. What is this on board? But Hyped Nova, it looks like, has to settle for 2 turns lost and 3 corners, and Benny is now going to try and capitalize on all this and make up 2 places in the same, almost the same amount of turns. But it looks like Stuart Little manages to keep it up the inside as, again, Benny runs wide. He's going to have to get back onto the track, as now Hyped Nova putting him under some pressure as well into the penultimate corner. Looks like Hyped Nova around the outside, possibly. Could he get around? No, but he's going to have a nice exit in my opinion. Actually, no, I take that all back. Benny's got a beautiful exit, and he's right on the back of Stuart Little, and with DRS, this should be second place. Oh, it's Hyped Nova. Look at Hyped Nova as well. Hyped Nova steaming around the outside of Benny and takes the lead, or takes second place back. So all this scrapping behind from, as DeRoy and Whitson are going side by side now out of turn 3. Like I was saying, all this scrapping behind from Hyped Nova and Benny, this is just allowing Albatross to pull away. He's almost got a 5-second lead now. As, oh my goodness, what is happening here as Benny gets spun? Looks like, I'm gonna guess he was going up the inside here into this fast right turn. Just clipped the inside of most likely Hyped Nova, because that's who was ahead of him, and got spun, unfortunately for Benny. A lot of spinners here in this race early on. We saw AGHM, who started on pole, is down in 10th. Still trying to make his way back up. Looks like it's a bit more difficult though for him. Merv Martin recovering well. He started, I believe, 4th it was, and he had a terrible start, but he's back up in 7th as well. So chipping away as Stuart Little goes around the outside of Hyped Nova, and he's going to have the inside line for turn 2. But Hyped Nova's not done yet. He's going to go up the inside into turn 3, and Hyped Nova with the worst exit though, and Stuart Little most likely with the DRS. No, Hyped Nova with DRS. So this should help Hyped Nova remain ahead of Stuart Little, but then again, you never know. These guys are non-stop every lap. My goodness. Is he? Yeah, he ran very wide, so he's going to lose out to almost probably all 3 cars there, as Stuart Little and Lorik say thank you very much and go right up the inside of him. And Martins is just spectator mode, really. He's doing what I'm doing. My goodness, he's seeing all this play out in front of him and just patiently waiting for his moment to strike, which looks like it's going to be now as he goes up the inside, takes a look at it for at least, but doesn't, remains patient and waits for the right moment. Merv Martin up into 6th now, so Merv Martin doing well, as that is Bossman Pickle, who had a very severe collision with the wall, and unsurprisingly, that is a DNF for Bossman Pickle. And some gainers here from this. Adam Dixon's going into the pits, DeRoy into the pits, Simon Jr. into the pits as well. So these guys are all going to gain off of this virtual safety car. They're going to get a nice free pit stop here. But we'll see if they can take these tires until the end. So a virtual safety car. So the cars all have to slow down and respect the delta that they are given. And we'll see if anyone gets a 5-second, or I believe it's a drive-through penalty actually, if you speed under virtual safety car, which is basically when you exceed your delta. And this most likely happens when virtual safety car is ending. Obviously the drivers want to get the best possible restart they can, so they get really close with the delta, really right on the edge, and sometimes you mess it up. And yeah, Bossman Pickle unfortunately leaving the session. Maybe he'll come back for the sprint race. I hope he does, because he's a quick driver, and a lot of, well, the more the merrier, really. The more drivers, the more fun it is, the more entertaining all this is. As you can clearly tell, this has been the most entertaining opening 3 laps that I think I've seen in this F2 series so far. As again, Lorik goes up the inside, excuse me, of Hyped Nova. And again, they're swapping places, but Hyped Nova says, no, I'm not done yet. Stays side by side with him through turn 2. But Hyped Nova, that's 3 seconds, as it looked like he cut the corner quite a bit of turn 3. But he's going to have DRS now on Lorik, and Lorik defending the inside quite aggressively. Hyped Nova remaining behind. Martin's in a very nice position here, actually. He just gets to watch it all play out, and when they all make a mistake, he'll be there to step up and, yeah, take the spot. So this will be interesting. If Adam Dixon, DeRoy, Benny, and Simon, if this will have played out well for them, played well into their hands. It should have, as that is someone going very wide. Looks like Simon Jr. after battling with Benny a bit. Oh, as Adam Dixon as well gets spun. Looks like he got spun out of turn 2, a very tricky corner, and just caught Adam Dixon out. So any hopes of getting an undercut off of those tires was just got disappeared by that. Merv Martin, very close to the back of Martin's. So he's joined this train. AGHM Tiger has gone up the inside of Whitson as well. They go side by side into turn 1. And AGHM doing a nice job of attempting to come back after an abysmal, really. But Whitson's not done yet. He's going to go around, trying to go around the outside at least. As Stuart Little now gets a 3-second time penalty. So that's not going to be good for him, as he's got Lorik just behind him. Just over a second behind. As Merv Martin, again, very, very close to Martin's. He's going to take a look down the inside, most likely, into the final turn. Yes, he does, and he gets the move done as well. Very nice indeed by Merv Martin. Is he going to go into the pits or no? Oh, he also gets past Hyped Nova. My goodness, what an exit. I didn't even realize. So Hyped Nova here is going to be very vulnerable because Martins also has DRS. But Hyped Nova, we all know he stays in the fight and he goes down the inside of Martins into turn 2, or 1, sorry, and remains ahead into turn 2. So Merv Martin with a really comeback drive here. He's now set his sights on Lorik up in front. So yeah. Martins as well now. 3-second time penalty. Yeah, Hyped Nova falling off a bit as he goes a bit wide again. From Merv Martin. Martins now, as long as he can stay within a second of Hyped Nova, should have a good chance down this DRS straight. Albatross sets another fastest lap, so he clearly hasn't let up at all. I'm just going to join a party with my commentator real quick, and then we should be all good. So apologies for that. I'll be back in just a sec. Alright, we are back with the race now. And hopefully, as it looks like Stuart Little decided to pit. So that is why he is so far down now. Stuart Little pit early. Gonna try and go for the undercut. Dennis W still scrapping away with Dimas as well. This is a good little battle that they've been having. Dennis W hasn't quite been able to get ahead though. Martins as well still behind Hyped Nova. And Merv Martin quite quickly has caught up to Lorik. So he's going to be looking for a move down this DRS straight if he can. Albatross still putting in fastest laps after 12 laps on these medium tires, which is mightily impressive. Now Dennis makes his move on Dimas as Dimas gets a bit loose and saves it well though. Yeah. Whoa, 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 what is happening here? My goodness. Hyped Nova and Martins again going at it. Lorik decided to pit as well. Dimas, a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is unfortunate. Martins still so close to Hyped Nova. This is a battle I feel we're going to see all race long. As now Martins is going to take a look round the outside of Hyped Nova. And it looks like he does so cleanly. But it's not done yet, Hyped Nova. No, it's done. Martins getting the move done on Hyped Nova and moves him up into third. But these two still have to pit. as does our leader Albatross, as does Merv Martin out in front. So we'll see how powerful this undercut is. Lorik, Benny, I believe, as well. Well, actually, Benny pitted really early. TTV Dixon, Adam Dixon, in other words, gets past Demas as well. And now Hyped Nova goes into the pits. Martins has decided to stay out another lap as well, as Whitson gets another 5 seconds, or not another, but he gets 5 seconds as well for speeding in the pit lane, which is unfortunate.
Late to my home Grand Prix, it seems.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our fellow commentator has joined, so we're here. Both of us now, which is good.
Halfway through the race. But,
no worries.
yeah. I did join just as Martins was overtaking Hyped Nova, which was a great maneuver.
Yeah,
so that was a nice thing to see.
They've been going at it all race long. It's been good
and it's
stuff.
great to see the number of people we've got as well. You know, 16 compared to last weekend.
It's been really good. But yeah, Merv Martin and Albatross still not electing to pit. So they're playing the long game. And yeah, I'd be really curious to see what tire percentage these guys' tires are at, but unfortunately we don't have the ability to see that.
Yeah. Everyone opted to start on the mediums.
Oh, we have yellow flags. Who is that? Is that Whitson or is that Simon? It is Simon Jr., who it looks like just spun out of turn 3.
Oh, and again.
Oh, as he
hits
the barrier again. But no one.
He just lost the rear, it looks like.
Yeah. So now Dennis in the pits as well. So once everyone's gone into the pits, then we'll see. Oh, it looks like we've got our race leader now coming to the pits as well. We'll see if Merv Martin also just follows him in. So yeah, well, let's see.
Looks like he is as well.
So Stuart Little is the leader of the one-stoppers. So Stuart Little's the guy who's already stopped, and he's in the lead out of everyone that's stopped. 5th and above haven't stopped yet, well, except for obviously Albatross and Merv Martin now that are coming into the pits. And Martins will most likely follow them into the pits as well. No, oh yeah, he does. And Albatross is coming out. Where is he going to be compared to Stuart Little?
He's going to be quite close.
Jack the Lad still staying out. As is, who is this? Oh, that's...
No, he's actually come out fairly ahead of Stuart Little.
Yeah, he's come out quite nicely ahead of Stuart Little. But yeah, Albatross did have that solid lead. Because everyone behind him was battling quite hard, so he just pulled ahead due to them battling.
He might have that same luxury as Merv Martin, and Stuart Little might seem to go at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Look to go at it for the next couple of laps. Yeah. Merv Martin on the fresher tyres. Stuart Little locking up. He will want to try and get the move done as quick as possible, but it definitely won't be easy. Merv Martin will be defending as much as he can on the fresher tyres, so he will have that large advantage as well.
Yeah, so this will be interesting to see, because now the field's a lot more spread out, or a bit more spread out. They're all within like 2 seconds of it. There's a lot of people within 2 seconds of each other, but no one within DRS range other than these two at the moment, Merv Martin and Stuart Little. So it'll be interesting to see how much they decide to fight, or if they decide to try and work together a bit maybe, and catch up to Albatross, as Stuart Little got very, very close to the back of Merv there.
Had to really back off before he hit his fellow driver.
But he is still within DRS range, so he should kind of get towed along still around this track.
You can definitely tell he's pushing everything and he's giving everything he's got because this is the second time he locks up in 2 laps in this exact turn in turn 6 in this track.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
and I
for
believe
sure.
he will get the DRS again down south in the straight.
Yeah, it looks like he just managed to squeeze into that second long window at the DRS detection zone, and sure enough, he does have DRS. So that's going to help him out a lot, bring him a lot closer to Merv Martin. As actually, our pole sitter, AGHM Tiger, down in 10th, is now within a second of Benny, who started in 7th. As we have yellow flags for... Oh, is that our leader? Our leader, Albatross, has just spun out of
Oh
turn 3. This
no.
is going to give Merv Martin... He's going to come out just behind Stuart Little and Merv Martin.
Could
This
it
is a
have been
tragic
Jack the
mistake.
Lad?
Oh, well, true. Oh, yeah, I forgot. My bad.
He was
Jack the Lad
quite
has not
close.
stopped, though, yet, so...
He was quite close to Jack the Lad was quite close to Albatross. I could see on the timing, but it seems he just lost it out at turn 5, I believe.
Huh. Yeah, we'll see if... We'll see
This
later.
definitely does add some spice to the race.
Yeah, for
Now
sure.
with the top 3 within a few seconds.
AGHM Tiger, again, super close to Benny as well. He'll be looking to make a move into this next DRS zone. But yeah, Stuart Little, Albatross, and Merv Martin are the 3 provisional leaders of the race at the moment. Jack the Lad still, he's on hard tires though, so he'll be coming in a bit later, which is why he's stayed out for so long. But he has a healthy lead over Merv Martin, Stuart Little, and Albatross. But Albatross losing time.
AGHM Tiger trying to go down the inside of turn 1 on Benny. Will he stick the move? Benny comes out the outside, comes in ahead. They're going down to that second DRS zone. Will he be able to get a good exit here? Benny gets a good exit as well.
Benny's gonna
It's
fight
going to be
it.
close. Trying to break the toe.
He's
Trying
gonna
to
try and
go
go
down
up
the
the inside.
inside. Just
But
doesn't
Benny
work
stays
for him
ahead.
this time, yeah.
Good stuff from Benny. And Lorik now
Really
is
good
also close to
defending.
Martins. And Stuart Little still struggling as Merv Martin sets the fastest lap of the race. Stuart Little just barely hanging on into that DRS zone. DRS range, I should say, of Merv Martin. So Merv Martin really putting on the heat. And really
The
challenging.
duo of Merv Martin and Stuart Little are both pulling away from Albatross now, which is unfortunate to see as AGHM takes Benny easily down the straight as he gets beyond him before turn 1. Easily done, and now he's got DeRoy in his sights.
Yeah, so AGHM's just really looking for a comeback drive now. Yeah, DeRoy's just up the road, so he could potentially get within DRS range of DeRoy on this lap here if he drives a nice little second half of the second sector and third sector. Yeah, he's already almost within a second, but Benny also hasn't given up. He's going to remain there behind AGHM for sure, for as long as he can. Lorik as well, close to Martins. Lorik without a time penalty yet, so this could play into his hands later on in the race. And now Jack the Lad is quickly losing time to Merv Martin. Only 7 seconds, and a couple laps ago it was 10 seconds. And Stuart Little also struggling to keep up with Merv, as he is now 1.4 seconds behind. Ooh, as Lorik is going to go up the inside of Martins into turn 1. He goes a bit deep. Martins gets a bit loose out of turn 1, and doesn't fight back into turn 2.
Tiger
As
as
AGHM
well.
Tiger, yeah.
Him and DeRoy having quite a nice battle. They are really close. Tiger now with the DRS, and he's definitely going to be able to overtake him before turn 6. Benny coming into that
Benny
mix.
getting very close
Benny
as
might
well,
be able
yeah.
to overtake DeRoy.
I'll be back in just a sec. I need to go get something.
It seems that only a handful of drivers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers are yet. Oh, and Simon's just retired from the race. As we see him, oh, is that the safety car? I believe the safety car's come out. We see him hit the barrier. Very unfortunate for Simon. Coming out of turn 2, he seems to have just lost the race. Riding on board with him for the last few laps. I have seen him lose the race a couple of times. He's already hit the barrier out of turn 5, and he's seems to have done it again out of turn 2, which is really unfortunate. He was down in 15th. But yeah, it was just a virtual safety car, not a full safety car, and we're back to racing now.
I saw a virtual safety car happened.
Yeah, Simon hit the barrier and retired from the session at turn 2 it was.
Oh, okay. Got you.
On board Lorik, as him and Martin's both behind Hyped Nova, but Lorik could overtake Hyped Nova here into turn 1. Goes down the inside. I think he easily overtakes him, but Hyped Nova will fight back. He'll try to. Lorik leaving a decent amount of space. Fair driving.
Ooh, his Hyped Nova's gonna go down the inside though into turn 3. Very aggressive, but gets the move done, and this is gonna help out Martins as well, who says thank you very much and comes through for 6th place. Lorik's not gonna be too happy with that one, but he has time.
Definitely be displeased with that, as he really had to pull out there for Hyper not to crash into him, and he had to pull out, resulting in him really getting a horrible exit into that straight out of 10.5, and so Martins easily took him as well, but he will now get a tow. Ooh, Lorik's now got a time penalty as well.
Yeah, we'll see how they fight this down. Hyped's gonna have to do some solid defending because he got 2 cars rapidly closing in on him into turn 1. Martins is gonna go down the inside. Hyped Nova has been doing a great job all day though of defending these cars off. It looks like he might do it again, but no, he gets spun into turn 2.
And Lorik might have just lost a bit of his front wing.
Meanwhile,
he tried to brake early into turn 1 and he did well to stay out of it, but he was just lurking behind, and I think Hyped got clipped by Martin's left rear I believe it was, and just spun, and Lorik was too close to him to avoid it.
oh yeah, you're right, he does have some wing damage, so yeah, that's going to definitely hamper Lorik, who is looking really good at the start of the race. But Albatross now as well coming back at Stuart Little. He is closing in on, yeah, Stuart Little almost within a second. And Merv Martin as well has caught up to Jack the Lad. So Jack the Lad is going to, well, he's on ridiculously old tires.
Jack the Lad, yeah, he's on 24 lap old tires. He might go for, I don't know if he's going to try to go onto the super softs or the soft or the mediums at one point, but he does have to pit in the feature race.
Ooh, someone has spun, I think. Dimas, I think, spun out of the last turn. And Adam Dixon is into the pits again, so he's on fresh mediums, which is interesting. This is his 2nd stop of the race. As Merv Martin now, he's going to be getting close to Jack the Lad. Will he go and will he attack him into the final corner? Yeah, he will. He's not even going to wait for the DRS zone.
Just in case.
But no, it looks like now Jack the Lad's pitting anyways.
Jack the Lad is now coming in. It'll be interesting to see the tires that Jack the Lad goes in. Probably the mediums, but
Albatross getting very close to the back of Stuart Little. As Martins Also getting past Jack the Lad, obviously, because Jack the Lad is in the pits. But yeah, this is the point in the race where not too much is happening. They're all just kind of chipping away. But we do have a very good here. If Stuart Little can close up his gap to Merv Martin, we'll have a very good three-way battle for the lead. And as well for fourth place, because Lorik is close to Martin's.
Yeah, and you have to bear in mind that Merv Martin and Albatross both do not have any time penalties, so Stuart Little could fall down to third. But I'm sure Stuart Little will want to catch Merv Martin, so those three seem to be the top three finishes, with Martin in fourth being 13 seconds behind, but the order is still uncertain, and it looks like Albatross will want to take Stuart Little. Now he's not going to wait till the end of the time penalty, he's just going to try down the inside into 10-1, but Stuart Little definitely fights back.
Oh yeah, Stuart Little coming up the inside of turn 2. Oh.
Ooh, Albatross had to back out there. Evasive actions from Albatross, as he's going to lose a lot of time.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with that one again. Him and Stuart Little not having the best of times. Well, he's not having the best of times with Stuart Little. Stuart Little was the one who dive bombed him up into turn 3, and now well, he had to take avoiding action not to hit the back of Stuart Little as well. So, but he still has several laps to catch up. Adam Dixon, meanwhile, who just fitted those freshly equipped mediums, has set the fastest lap of the race. DeRoy has retired. Oh, DeRoy's in the pits.
Okay.
So he's retired in the pits. So that shouldn't bring out any safety car or anything. It does it nicely in the pits.
Albatross fighting back already, about 4 or 5 tenths. Gained 4 or 5 tenths on Stuart Little as he looks to be a man on a mission, but he's only got 5 laps remaining to try and make up that gap of about 1.6, 1.7 seconds. But based on the penalty, he could
Dimas
just...
going up the inside of... Sorry. Dimas going up the inside of Dennis now for 11th place. Dennis doing a good job of defending, and they're going to get side by side into turn 2, but Dennis goes up the inside of Dimas to remain in 11th place. Oh, as Dimas spins.
Dimas spins. The tires just no grip, it seems like, as he unfortunately loses his rears.
Got a bit too excited on the power possibly as well, and trying to get back to Dennis in the second DRS section that they were coming up to, and unfortunately the tires couldn't quite handle it. But
Albatross has been driving amazingly. He's already he's closed the gap down to a second now, as he's definitely gonna try and attack.
He's gonna want to get back at Stuart Little for sure. So he's done a good job of getting back into the DRS zone. Now he just has to get past, which is a lot easier said than done.
He does not seem like someone who's just going to wait for the time penalties to be added. He wants to take him on the track, wants to get the better of him on the track, and it looks like over the last couple laps, if you differentiate between them two, he's definitely the faster driver, as he's made up a closed the gap from 2 seconds down to half a second now. With DRS, he will definitely try. No, he's too far into someone, but he won't give up. He'll try again, maybe into turn 6.
AGHM Tiger is getting very close to the back of Lorik. He's going to go down the inside of Lorik into turn 1. Lorik is going to try and pull the switch back, it looks like, but not quite close enough. AGHM Tiger doing a really nice job through turn 1, and now he's setting his sights on Martins up in front. Let's see how many time penalties these guys have, because they all have time penalties. So Lorik actually has 6 seconds. And AGHM Tiger and Martins both have 3 seconds, so they'll just be, they can fight each other on track because they have the same amount of penalties. Albatross, again, so close to Stuart Little now.
Stuart Little locking up.
Poor exit as well.
Corner.
So this is going to be very good for Albatross.
Now he will try to get as clear of him as possible to avoid any recurrence of what happened in the last time he overtook him.
Yeah.
But much cleaner this time round as he takes him on the straight and can definitely keep that momentum. Ooh.
Oh, as again he gets loose.
That will give Stuart Little a chance to come back. Stuart Little now has DRS.
Stuart Little is going to take second place back. My goodness.
Just as I was saying that Albatross has pretty much got second place, commentator's curse.
Yeah.
He does have the DRS.
Yeah, he'll definitely have another shot at it down this back straight again, but this has just got to be so frustrating. He knows he's faster. He wants to get past and focus his sights on Merv Martin, but time is running out. And this time he's farther back, I think, than Stuart Little on this back straight. Stuart Little trying to break the toe. Albatross getting closer, 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 but they're nearing the braking zones, and he's not quite close enough again. So this is just torture for Albatross, who is so close to Stuart Little, but can't
He
quite
must be
do.
yelling at his screen. He knows
Yeah.
he's quicker. Multi 21 if possible, but he's just having to overtake him on track. He will, barring any sort of time penalty that he gets, I believe it might be smarter for him to just, because he's not going to get to Merv Martin now unless Merv Martin has some accident or something, but 3 to almost 4 seconds away from Stuart Little. So even if Albatross was to overtake Stuart Little on track, he will struggle to get into first place.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Another
gonna...
lock up for Stuart Little there.
Yeah. So here we go. Take number 3 for Albatross as he tries to get past Stuart Little again down this back straight. It looks like he's closer this time with the slipstream. Is he going to go for it? No, he stays patient again as well. This is the last lap of the race. I haven't even realized. He needs to get this... Actually, he doesn't need to get this move done. But Stuart Little gets loose out of turns 2.
Loses the rear.
But he's going to go... Oh, no, he's not. Stuart Little. So Albatross finally getting his move done. AGHM also getting the move done for now on Martins into turn 1 and 2. And it looks like that might stick as well. Unless Martins can do something about it in this second DRS zone. Looks like he got a nice exit. So there's definitely a chance. Martins now getting close. Getting very close. He's going to go up the inside. Ooh, don't make any contact, which was impressive considering they both went steaming into that left-hand turn. But AGHM Tiger stays ahead. Merv Martin is going to come across the line to win the Bahrain short feature race. Albatross is going to come home in second. Stuart Little in third, which would have been third anyways off of time penalties. AGHM Tiger looks like he's going to hang on ahead for Martins, but there's still a bit of a run to the line. But I don't think Martins is going to be close enough. So close yet so far for Martins as AGHM Tiger, with a bit of a comeback drive really after starting on pole and dropping down to almost like 13th or something, comes back in 4th. Martins in 5th. Lorik does a good job in 6th. Benny in 7th. Hypernova in 8th after the amazing start that he had. Jack the Lad is going to come across the line in 9th. And Whitson with his 5 seconds. Will he be able to stay ahead of TTV Dixon? Adam Dixon, in other words. Let's see as he crosses the line, and Adam Dixon a 10th shy of Whitson, so he's going to stay in 11th. Dennis will be in 12th, and then Dimas 13th. So, wow. That's the feature race done.
That was quite an exhilarating few laps. driver of the day in the game, Stuart Little. I'm sure. Who was the? I forget the name of the driver.
What car? Do you remember?
The second place, the big one.
Albatross. Albatross.
Albatross.
Yes.
I'm sure Albatross will disagree, but he did eventually get the move done on track. Even if he didn't, the time penalties would have gone in his favor. But we see Merv Martin first place. How many feature races has he won this season?
I think he's won every single one. He won in Canada. Wow. I think he won in Azerbaijan as well, because that was the really rainy one. And then he won here. So he's won every single feature race Merv Martin has. After starting 5th on the grid, Merv Martin takes the win here in the feature race. Albatross 2nd, Stuart Little 3rd, AGHM Tiger after starting on pole, an unfortunate 4th for him. Martin's in 5th, Lorik in 6th after starting in 3rd. Benny remains in 7th after starting in 7th. Hyped Nova with an amazing start in 8th. Jack the Lad in 9th. Whitson in 10th. Adam Dixon in 11th after starting on second place. Dennis in 12th. Dimas in 13th. DeRoy, Simon, and Boston Pickle all DNFing from the race, unfortunately. So yeah, that was the feature race. Stick around. We've still got the sprint race coming up, in which Hyped Nova will be starting on pole position.
Yeah. He will be happy in the position he finished, and I'm sure he's even happier that the time penalties didn't really do anything, because from 4th to about 8th or 9th they all had time penalties, but it did nothing to affect the positioning of the race.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be good for Hyped Nova to start on pole. Last time, when we saw AGHM Tiger start on pole, he was down in 13th after lap 1, so Hyped Nova will be hoping that the same thing doesn't happen to him.
The Bahrain turn 1 is definitely,
yeah.
you know, it's got a long run up to it, and so a lot of cars fail to catch the braking point, especially on that early lap. You know, the brakes might be a bit cold from waiting at the start. Tires a bit cold as well. The number of cars, so the braking point for each car just keeps getting further and further, and so everyone has to be cautious. But the drivers all take off for their formation lap now. For the sprint race, which is just...
Whoa, Hyped Nova went a bit deep there into turn 1.
Having to really warm the tires. Yeah. Is this the official time?
I think so. I think I set it to official time, so...
Alright.
Yeah.
Because I know that the Formula 1 official time is obviously at night, but I guess
I think Formula 2 races in the day.
Yeah. Before the Formula 1s.
So you said you're from Bahrain. Have you ever been to the Bahrain Grand Prix?
I have, yes.
Nice.
When I was younger, quite a couple times, but I did go to the Sakhir Grand Prix, the one where heartbreak for George Russell.
Oh, you did? Oh, you were there. Oh, nice.
I was there.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, yeah. Awesome. Not awesome if you're a George Russell fan, but you know what I mean.
It was definitely a nice watch. Sergio Perez winning that race as well. Very memorable to see.
True. Wow, that's
unfortunately,
cool.
I wasn't able to go to this one. The Bahrain International Circuit have set the tickets only for those who are vaccinated, which I think is actually a good thing to do to keep it safe.
Yeah.
And I'm not vaccinated yet.
Understandable. All right. Well, they're gonna line up. You can do the start or whatever. Last time I almost blew my legs out doing the start. Oh my gosh. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't lag. Last time it lagged for me at the start. So hopefully.
Looks like Simon Jr. is now coming up.
Well, good luck to the drivers. Turn 1's going to be chaotic, but hopefully everyone gets through it clean.
The lights coming on now. 5 red lights. Nope, they don't go yet.
Yeah.
Wait to hear the Engines rev.
Oh, there they go.
There they go. Away they go. Now, Hyped Nova with a decent start. Benny falling a bit back. Martins gets a really good start. Lorik as well. Lorik not such a good start, but it looks to be alright into turn 1. Hyped Nova keeping the lead, pulling away from Benny.
Oh, AGHM again spins.
Oh. And there
Adam
looks to be
Dixon as
some
well,
debris.
Bossman Pickle.
Is that a full safety car? Maybe
Virtual
just a
safety car.
Virtual safety car.
So again for AGHM, unlucky into turn 2. Again getting spun around just as he did in the first race. Really unfortunate for him. He's going to have to fight back again in this race. But Hyped Nova got off to a really nice start. Benny looked like it was a bit slow off the line. Had to play some defense, but Hyped Nova was clearly away. Merv Martin again up. Let's see how let's see position change. Oh, what has happened here? Why is it saying Benny's in front? Are you seeing that too? Oh, because virtual safety car is done. Never mind. Benny is retaining the lead from Martins. Hyped Nova is in third now.
Oh.
Hyped Nova in fourth.
Now.
My goodness.
Second.
Martins up his outside. Is he going to go? Oh my goodness. He goes for a massive lunge up the inside of Stuart Little. Stuart Little got squeezed out a bit. That not going to go down very well. But Martins and Stuart Little now side by side behind Hyped Nova. Benny pulling out in front. And again, Merv Martin just...
quite wide. Hyped Nova.
But Hyped Nova staying out in second. Benny pulling away now. Yellow flags in sector 3. Lorik got spun.
Going into turn 9.
Huh. A lot of spinning happening.
Now. Tiger looking to overtake Jack the Lad into turn 1. Who breaks later. Tiger does. Goes into turn 1 and comes out ahead. As we see Simon Jr. and DeRoy as well.
DeRoy as well, yeah, they're going off. But DeRoy looks like he's going to sneak ahead, and AGHM Tiger's going to...
pieces.
Yeah. They're going to go side by side into, I don't know what turn number that is.
Benny putting away quite nicely. But Benny is on the medium tyres, it has to be said. With the rest of the grid on the hards.
Yeah, can he make it until the end of the race?
Except from Tiger.
Clearly he feels as though he can, but we'll have to see.
We'll have to wait and see, yeah.
Merv Martin, oh my goodness, Merv Martin very close with Martins into the final turn. Martins has the outside line, but he's going to have to get into the slipstream.
Stuart Little and Hyped Nova. Stuart Little's going to, with the rear wing wide open, overtakes Hyped Nova quite easily into turn 1.
Hyped Nova's going to go for it up the inside, though. Into turn 1, pushes Stuart Little a bit wide. Into turn 2, they're still side by side. Is Hyped Nova going to go for his lunge up the inside? Yes, he does. Of course he does. He's Hyped Nova. He loves that move.
I believe he gets the DRS as well.
Oh, we have someone in the wall. Simon Jr. in the wall at turn 2, like he did in the feature race, in the sprint race as well, which is unfortunate. Turn 2 always catches me out as well, so I completely feel for him. But meanwhile, Hyped Nova and Stuart Little still going at it into the fast left and right hand turns, and now Martins and Merv Martin are getting involved as well. So yeah, 2nd through 7th are so close to each other. Dennis looking very nice up in 7th. Good to see from him. He's been doing a good job, just silently creeping around the pack. Whitson as well.
Benny, who is now in 4 seconds ahead of 2nd place. So, like I said, he's just setting fastest lap after fastest lap. but he is on the medium, so we'll have to wait and see if he can go all the way. Doesn't look to be conserving the
Oh,
tires.
they might go
but...
3 wide into turn 1. Oh,
Oh,
okay, no, they
Martins.
didn't. But Hyper Nova again is going to fight.
Back.
Nice, jeez, wow, Hyper Nova doing a good job here of doing. Yeah, he's been overtaking really nicely into turns 1 and 3. Oh, excuse me for that.
Lorik looks like he's going to try and overtake DeRoy on the straight here with the DRS. But I think both of them have DRS as he goes down to... Yeah, he does take him on the inside of turn 6. Albatross has just set the fastest lap. Sorry, it's now Dixon. Down in 13th on the medium tyres.
Merv Martin, Martins, and Hyper Nova still super close to each other. But they all have DRS as well, so this is really when the slipstream comes in handy.
Dixon's just lost the rear. Out of turn 4, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
The F2 car's really catching out.
Ooh,
Dixon, I've seen him
Dennis
in the...
almost spun as well.
As I was saying, I've seen him in the Formula 1 cars and he's quite quick in F1, but just goes to show that the Formula 2 is a whole nother animal.
Oh my gosh, there are 4. Jesus, there's 4 of them going at it into the I don't know turn numbers. I should probably look this up.
Right-hander.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
quick right-hander. Very descriptive.
Yeah. Yeah, quick right-hander.
But yeah. Oh, and AGHM Tiger is now going to get involved as well, so there's a lot of cars. Martin's doing a nice job of getting around Merv Martin, and he's going to try and hold it up the inside. Merv Martin can't really do much about it.
5 now going into...
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Long straight, all in that DRS train.
What's AGHM Tiger doing? Oh, they're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. AGHM Tiger, no, he's going to back out of it. Good for him. Merv Martin gets very close to the back of, who was that, Whitson, and almost spun him. That wouldn't have been nice for Whitson. Whitson has been so unlucky, so I really hope he does well in this race. Boston Pickle with 3 seconds as well. That's not going to help him out too much, but he is down in 13th.
All this scuffle that's going down is definitely giving Lorik a chance to maybe join this party, as it just seems to be mayhem from third, I believe, down all the way to 7th.
Yeah, basically anywhere where Merv Martin is, there's mayhem. That's what it's looking like for me at the moment.
Pretty much.
I mean, Merv Martin has been in the center of all of this for so long, and again, just getting pushed a bit wide there by Martins. Like Whitson now a second off the back of Hyper Nova, so he could be vulnerable to this group of the triplet of the quadrant. I don't even know how you say it, but
2 tenths. So there's now 6 cars in this party, and
oh yeah, they're going at Whitson as Martins is going to go around the outside of Whitson into turn 1. He gets pushed
Whitson
wide though.
takes
That's going to hurt him.
Sorry, say so.
Merv Martin up into 5th now. Oh, as Whitson lost the rear end.
There. They'd want to keep it tidy.
He's going to be very vulnerable now. He has no DRS. The 3 of them behind him do. And they're going to go 3... almost 3 wide into turn.
This is unbelievable.
This is crazy. Ooh, as Martins had to run off the track a bit there. That's not... You probably won't be too happy about that. So did Lorik. He ran a bit wide. Merv Martin now finally has the chance to pull away from these guys. Just like Stuart Little and Hyper Nova have. So he's going to be trying to do the same thing.
Dennis, but he'll want to wait before the DRS detection zone to do it so he can get the straight. You have to excuse us because it's about half the grid fighting, and then the other half are just we're not really bringing them, but they're all fighting in the same pit of people, pit of cars.
Oh my gosh!
They're going at it, and they're just not.
Whitson again down into turn 1, up the inside of AGHM. Lorik as well around the outside. Martins as well is going to get involved. He's going to try and take Lorik as well into turn 3, I believe that is.
That very, very close. Too close for comfort. Tiger now back. It seems like the positions just keep getting switched up. Martin's now into 7th, Tiger in 6th. Sorry, in 8th. Lorik in 6th. Wits in 5th, as we see. And Movman is trying to maybe pull away, as he knows the mayhem just will not stop until he's gone, basically.
Yeah. But he is also closing on Hyped Nova as well, so they could get entwined too into battle. Everyone watching, I promise TRL isn't sponsored by Red Bull or Monster Energy. I swear, it looks like these guys are just drinking like 5 packs of them, but I promise you guys they haven't. Maybe they have, but we're not sponsored. But yeah, oh my gosh. They're driving like it's the last lap of the race for this entire race.
It's the beauty of the sprint race which we get to see. Benny has not pitted and looks like he will not pit. He will finish the race on the mediums. 6 seconds ahead of Stuart Little.
Oh, Whitson and AGHM Tiger got really close into turn 2.
Tiger got a 3-second penalty. So all these penalties in the sprint race, finishing, usually the finishing is quite close to one another. Obviously we see Albatross. People from Albatross down, so 11th down to 16th, they've all stopped to change tires, and it's not what's the best thing to do in the sprint race, because then you lose so much time. As you see, 30 seconds behind them. Dennis gets a 3-second time penalty as well.
Ooh, Martin's going to go for it into the penultimate, or in the last corner. But he rode the curve, so that's going to be a poor exit. But he's going to have DRS on Hyped Nova, so he should get past. So yeah, Lorik in 4th, and 5th, sorry, has 6 seconds worth of time penalties, so that's not going to do him any good. As Merv Martin and Hyped Nova side by side into turn 2. Hyped Nova's been so good at defending. Oh, as he gets 3 seconds now. But he's still going to try and defend around the outside, and he's still side by side with Merv.
He'll get the DRS,
and he's going to get DRS, yeah. But things have calmed down a bit, so we can finally take a breath. And
just a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Ooh, there was some touching going on there, as now Movman is back in this pack. Lorik behind him. This is the yellow flag. Someone's going off. It looks like it's Dennis, maybe. No, it's Boston Pickle,
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lorik's playing some defense here because Martins is attacking him into the final turn, but Martins is going to wait, get the better exit. Oh yeah, he's got a beautiful exit on Lorik. Oh my goodness, and so does HGHM Tiger. AGHM Tiger, there we go. And they're going to go 3 wide down the back straight.
Lorik is going to have to be careful not to push anyone into anyone.
Yeah. Oh no, and that's exactly what just happened.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
What you don't want to see, Lorik. It looks like Martins was not paying attention to the braking zone, as he just, I'm not exactly sure what happened. But
I think Lorik just turned across Martins a bit too much, and Martins just couldn't do anything about it, in my opinion. I'm not sure. Who knows?
Yeah, I was on board with Lorik, and it wasn't very obvious what happened. Yeah.
Oh, and Merv Martin gets past Hyped Nova as well, so these 3 are going at it as well. But Merv Martin's sitting prettiest out of all of them. Oh, this is the final lap.
Podium position.
Oh,
Benny, it is the final lap.
Benny's gonna win the race. Someone just clouded the wall behind him, but Benny wins. Stuart Little is gonna come across the line for 2nd. Hyped Nova and AGHM Tiger, they're gonna fight it to the line. This is for 4th place, and it looks like AGHM Tiger is just barely going to hold on.
Podium position, but Tiger.
Oh, but Whitson just jumped them both.
Tiger's got a 20-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags.
Oh, I'll bet you I know what happened.
Strange.
That is so unlucky. Because Simon Jr. crashed, I believe, into the last turn. And when he overtook... When AGHM overtook, who was it? Hyped Nova. It was technically an illegal overtake because there were yellow flags. And he crossed the line, and I think they just awarded him a 20-second time penalty.
That's unfortunate.
That is the definition of unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, wow.
I don't think Yeah, per the rules, I don't think that is one that he could get out of. He should have just. I mean, it's a yellow flag. We all know no overtaking, and it says it on the screen, no overtaking on the yellow
Yeah.
flags. But
We'll see. It is rather unfortunate. It was the last turn. I understand why he was, trying to overtake, but
mhm.
a yellow flag is a yellow flag. But yeah, well, if he reports it to the stewards, then they'll have a look at it and see what they think. But yeah, what a drive from Benny. I
Wow.
mean, we didn't talk about him the entire time, but he just kind of
Yeah, he
pulls away
just
from everyone. And a nice little win
had
for him.
great start and on the medium tires,
Yeah.
managed them very well and just went on to the end with them. And he was at one point pulling fastest lap after fastest lap. I did not see who got the fastest lap, but I believe,
Merv Martin.
yeah, it was Melbourne. So yeah, that was quite the spectacle, and it was a lot of fun to watch, to be honest. I'm
Yeah.
regretting missing the first few laps of the feature race. If it was
Well,
half
let me
as
tell you, that
nice as this.
was crazy as well. But yeah, sprint race. Benny takes the win over Stuart Little in second. Merv Martin in third. Whitson with a nice performance in fourth after starting in 10th. Hyped Nova in fifth after starting on pole. DeRoy in sixth in the Carlin. Dennis W. in seventh. Martins in eighth. Lorik in ninth. AGHM Tiger after a very unfortunate penalty in 10th. Albatross in 11th. 12th is Jack the Lad. Adam Dixon in 13th. Boston Pickle in 14th. Dimas in 15th. And Simon Jr., who DNF'd, I believe, is in 16th. So yeah, that's going to wrap up our weekend here at the Bahrain Short Circuit in Bahrain. Yeah, I mean, yeah, what a crazy race, really. That was,
Yeah,
wow. Especially the sprint race. That was non-stop action.
yeah, it's what the sprint race usually offers, and it was definitely a lot of fun to watch. Thank you, Andre, and it is nice to see so many drivers joining the Formula 2 event, the races. Hopefully we do get a full grid next weekend. We're just getting more and more, and so I look forward to it.
Yeah, exactly. Where are we racing next? Oh yeah, join us next weekend for round 4 at Spa. A classic, but a goodie. And yeah, we'll see you guys then. Again, 8 p.m. GMT. And yeah, any last words?
Congratulations to all the winners, to everyone who raced, honestly, especially in that pack that we had there. There was a lot of fun, a lot of great driving, fair driving, it looked like. I'm sure some might disagree, but it was definitely a lot of fun to watch. And yeah, let's hope we keep that aspect of the racing there for the season.
Yeah, hopefully it stays that way. So I'd like to thank you all for joining us for round 3 at Bahrain Short, and we will see you guys next week in Spa. Take care, stay safe, and goodbye.